Yesterday, I hope you allocated some of your time to listen to the earnings calls of Amazon and Apple. These are two of the largest corporations in the world, and they are setting the pace for what the market will do in the future. I particularly want to focus on Apple's because I think there is not a stronger brand other than maybe Coca-Cola in the world, and maybe, Homer, Tesla. But the report that Tim gave, I think, just might be the canary in the coal mine, or in this case, the canary in Wall Street, an indication of what inflation, what higher interest rates have done, and what we can expect them to do in the future. I reflected back on a conversation I had with a young man, and I indicated that as a result of artificial intelligence and machine learning, we were going to have to upgrade our in-home computers, and we're also going to have to upgrade our phones if we wanted to access the benefits of artificial intelligence and machine learning on our phones and our computers at home, because they're going to need better chips. And his comment was to me, well, that ain't going to happen in my house. And I said, why do you mean by that? And he said, we've got 4 Apple phones. We can't go out and buy 4 Apple phones, not with inflation up, not with rent up, not with food and gas up. We can't do it. And I think Tim Cook just explained it to us last night. And if you didn't pick up on it, you might have missed the canary in the gold mine, or the canary in Wall Street that is going to set the pace for what the market's going to do, and those stocks that are going to have some difficulties in the future. So this isn't financial advice. This is Kerry taking his years of experience and connecting the dots and saying there's something we need to look at a little bit closer. But this is not financial advice, but we will get right to it.
Best of Us Investors presents Kerry Griegmeyer.
Okay, if by some chance you had another engagement and you didn't listen to Apple's earnings call, Tim basically said that their overall revenues were down 1%. He said that the iPhone revenues were down 2%, the Mac were down 7%, the iPad were down 20%, and wearables were up 2%. Okay, then in my research, he's been saying this this is the third quarter. And then he basically said that that's what's going to be basically their position for the coming quarter. He doesn't see any kind of turnaround and he didn't really say this. He was asked a question, do you see a turnaround in 2024? And he evaded the question. He said they weren't giving information that far out. Now then, the other thing that he said was that the Vision Pro wouldn't be out until 24. And then you had to pick up on this. He made the statement that we are having record sales in India, Indonesia, Mexico, the Philippines, Poland, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, France, and he named several other countries as well. They've had record sales in those foreign countries. Well, okay, let me put this together. You've got record sales in these foreign countries, but yet your iPhone is down 2% and your Mac is down 7%. So how bad is it here in the United States? What does this represent, these countries where you're doing so well as you're introducing new product to these new people, but yet where the mainstay of your business is here in the United States, it isn't strong enough to hold up. You get my point? What is that saying? And I think it's what it's saying is what that young man said to me was, I can't buy 4 new phones. Then Luca came on, and Luca said that their revenues for the quarter were $81.8 billion, which is down 1%. And as I said, that's a trend that we have seen for the last 3 quarters. Then he said products, that I assume is the phone, the Mac, and the iPad, that represented 60 billion of the 81 billion, and that was down 4%. Okay, and again, we had records according to Tim, record sales in India, Indonesia, Mexico, Philippines, Poland, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and France. So, if I understand what you're telling me, Tim, is you see this going on into the next quarter as well, and you're not willing to make any projections on the future. Tim nor Luca, that I could remember, ever mentioned AI. Never in the call. And yet, every other call that I listen to, they're building their future on artificial intelligence. Did it now? In a question I heard asked after the earnings call, oh, we've been working on AI for 5 years. But okay, then what is your position on it? Oh, there will be many different positions, many different uses. He could not come, or he would not come up with a definite position on it. So what do I take away from this? I think. But let me say one other thing. I also then heard a travel company, Bookings, was having record year because of the coronavirus. He says the public desperately wants to travel. But then the interviewer said, yes, but Expedia's sales were down. And he said, well, that's probably because we are more international than Expedia is. So, in other words, Apple's selling more products in Asia, India, Indonesia, Mexico, Turkey, Poland, Saudi Arabia, and Bookings is booking more trips in those places, but the travel in the United States is down. I think, so then what I did was I went and I looked at the past history of sales or revenues for AT&T and Verizon, and they are down as well. They mirror that of Apple. Then someone asked Luca, what percentage of the phones that you sell are sold through distributors like AT&T and Verizon? He said, oh, the majority of them. So what I understand from that, nobody buys a phone. What they do is they get a free phone, they believe, from Verizon and Apple when they offer a new promotional program. And what they're doing is extending the payment for that phone over a longer period of time. But apparently, no one is getting the new plans and buying the new phones over time. And is this a direction that our economy is going because of higher interest rates, higher rents, higher prices on cars? What did I read? That the average price on a new car is now over $600 a month. I think the recession is coming. But I also then I look and I see my super macro computer, SMCI, is up over 500% this year. I see that the stocks that I have in my Bus 13 are all up 84% year to date because of increasing revenues. And yet Apple and Verizon, and you got to be picking the right stocks. That's what this is all about. If you're in the consumer stock business and it's focused on the United States, you got some bad times in front of you. You got a recession in front of you. Hell, it's apparent. Apple's experiencing a recession. What did he say? Their product for the quarter was down 4%. Okay. Inflation's up. What is it? It's now down, I think, to about 4%. So what do you do? What do you do? I'm going to hold Apple. I think Apple is impervious to just about anything. And I trust Tim Cook, and I've come to like Luca. And I think that we are in a tremendous buying opportunity if you're buying the right stocks. If you've tuned in to what is artificial intelligence and machine learning going to do to our society. It is, I heard this other statement that Deep Minds, which is Google, has developed a computer that in the near future, you drive down the street and you watch a house being built, those bricks are going to be laid by robots. Why not? You go to a grocery store after it's closed and peer through the windows, those shelves are going to be stocked by robots. So if I'm in a company that is making robots, which I am, that is selling those robots to Target and Walmart to stock their shelves and run their distribution centers, I'm in a good stock because robotics is going to be a part of the future. We went to a restaurant the other day and the service was poor because they didn't have enough waitresses and waiters. And I thought, what would it take to replace these waiters and waitresses with robots? Then I read that nursing home business is going to go down because fewer of us seniors will go into the nursing home because we'll bring a robot into our house to help us get up the steps or help us to get out of the chair or bathe us. We won't need a nursing home. Wow, robots, not lack of employees. This is all coming clear that the future is changing and the stock market is good if you're in the right stocks. Today, Apple is down 6%, but Amazon's up 10%. You got to choose the right stocks. Okay. Twist went under the 200-day moving average, so I sold it yesterday, but it came out with its earnings today, and it's up 14%. What is Twist? Twist is a synthetic biology company. Look it up. Read it. What you're going to find is they're putting DNA on semiconductors. Why would you want to do that? Where's the book? I don't know. That's not it. There it is. The Genesis Machine. Read this by Amy Webb and Andrew Hassel, and you'll learn what Twist is and what synthetic biology is. This is what's changing our world. Apparently, it's not an Apple phone, okay? Apparently, it's not a John Deere tractor or Procter & Gamble. You've got to be picking the right stocks. I think I figured it out. I have my Bus 13 portfolio and I have my Bus 14 portfolio, and we had that on a Discord, but we wanted to make it available to more people, so we launched our website today, or this week. So if you want to learn more about that, just get on the bus. And if you want more videos like this one, subscribe to it. Tell YouTube that this guy's got some pretty good ideas that I need to hear about. So give him a little boost. Talk to you again tomorrow.